Hello, everybody, and good morning. Welcome to Top Producer Show. So our mission is to educate, equip, and train servant leaders. Our vision is to create financially independent achievers, and our purpose is to help people grow. And right now we're going over the book, The Tipping Point in Leadership, and I believe we're on the last chapter today. So Jeff, I'm going to hand that over to you.
So here we go. The Tipping Point. This kind of wraps it up. There's a little bit at the end. We'll kind of cover that too. Chapter 7, effective leadership of an organization. Because obviously you want to be effective at what you do. So effective leadership is the key to overcoming organizational apathy. First of all, you have to overcome your own apathy, as a person before you become an effective leader. Now that you've reached the last chapter of the book, you may have some obvious questions such as, can effective leaders really make that much of a difference? And why do I need to concern myself with becoming an effective leader? My company's doing okay. Why can't we just hire or promote leaders and let them learn the job? That's the way we've always done it. These are not actual fabricated questions. They're actual questions that have come from over tens of years. Fresh paint sometimes looks good on the metal surface without a primer coat. So why waste the time in basically priming? The subtle message of this question, a hint of common sense answer above questions about effective leadership. A primer coat of paint. Yes, Kitty.
Come on.
Funny. A primer coat of paint takes time, investment, and work, but it protects the finished coat from rust long term. The organizational focuses on effective leadership at every level of the organization is the key to excellence and sustaining the organization long term. Why excellence? Why sustainability? Well, from a shallow perspective, excellence and sustainability may not appear to be essential. Many organizations simply get lost in the operational part, just the day-to-day doing it. However, successfully moving an organization to the next level is difficult, but it's not impossible. Without these two driving forces of excellence and sustainability, if excellence and sustainability represent a wheel of effective organization, efficient leaders is the hub of that wheel. Are excellence and sustainability essential if the business already produces adequate results? Excellence is the passionate pursuit of a better tomorrow, the passionate spirit of excellence that rises continuous improvement in a higher level. And the difference between an organization influenced by effective leaders and an organization that survives with leadership by promotion. Sustainability is a survival and growth of the quality of the organization despite the inevitable competition, economic upheavals, and uncontrollable circumstances that the future may hold. The primer coat of the paint underfinish on a metal surface is that perpetuates the finish coat. There is no such thing as a natural leader. I want you to eliminate for a moment the mental picture of a natural born characteristic of a leader. Why? Because effective leaders are developed. They're not naturally born. In fact, the words natural does not describe an effective leader. For example, take what you've learned from the contents of this book and apply it to leaders you have experienced. It's unfortunate, but not surprising that some of the readers may have never even observed effective leadership. The research from Jay Hall's The Achieving Manager study showed that effective leaders represent approximately 14% of the leadership ranks. High effective leaders are rare. Effective leaders at every level of an organization will do the following. They'll foster positive and creative environments. They'll deliver measurable results. They'll maintain an ethical strategy and integrity of the workplace. A brief discussion of the positive impact of these, contributions have the organization may be helpful. Number one, they foster positive and creative environments. A measure of positive or negative quality of interpersonal support, communications, values, ideologies, behaviors, and relationships that exist within an organization on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. I have observed organizations with almost a perfect 10 culture, and I've observed many organizations that barely have a 1. Sustainability is the survival and growth and quality of an organization despite the inevitable competition. So another measure of positive work environment is the measure of the climate. Organizational climate is a measure of the degree of positive or negative energy, attitudes, spirit, energy, and teamwork that exists within an organization. Do not confuse climate with culture. They are not the same, though they are interrelated. One fosters the other. What is culture? It is a measure of the quality of interpersonal organizational support. What is climate? It is a measure of the degree of the energy and spirit. When I observe an organization with high quality culture and a high energy climate, I always find effective leaders at them. Organizations with a high quality culture and high energy climate always have effective leaderships to maintain them. So, effective leaders, on the other hand, foster creative environments because they develop collaborative opportunities to involve everyone in the thinking or process of the organization, rather than just being a dictator and just being like, this is the way it is, this is what we should do. But in the end, there has to be that person that's like, this is what we need to do. Regardless if y'all want to sit around and do nothing, we got to get things moving. Effective leaders see organizational creativity as a vital resource. 2, deliver measurable, sustainable results. Effective leaders deliver measurable, sustainable results because they are consistently driven by the process of multiplying what works, abandoning what doesn't, and consistently measuring the results. So that way, they will always know the difference. 3, maintaining the ethical integrity of the workplace. Effective leaders maintain the ethical integrity of a workplace by consistently avoiding the comfort zone and self-centeredness. Their first consideration is others. They know that sustainability in the organization is in jeopardy anytime manipulation and deceit are tolerated. Such organizations are usually fraught with mistrust. Honestly, if employees observe intentional deceit from the leadership, how can they possibly trust the leader with their best interest? Organizations with culture and climate of mistrust do not have effective leadership at the top. Learn to become an effective leader. There may be born leaders, but there surely are few to depend on them. Leadership must be learned and must be developed. Achieving Manager study proves the effective leader is developed. This effective model of leadership can be learned through the process that requires development of constant behaviors and belief rather than just the acquisition of knowledge. Creativity is a resource. Those organizations that heed the call of building a culture of excellence and sustainability must invest and develop in existing and future leaders. In addition, preliminary research demonstrates that effective leaders development enhances organizational climate and the employee satisfaction. And there are indicators that employee satisfaction may directly correlate with profitability. Leadership development is not a cost at all, because rather it's an investment in the future return. Leadership development must be a top priority. Real change and improvement is neither easy nor comfortable because potential always lies beyond your comfort zone. The ideal of the perfect leader is a myth. As a leader, you must choose to appropriate effective action to continue to grow regardless of your high level tenure or degree of success. There are no in-betweens of positions. So no matter how well you're doing, you got to implement something to help the future leaders make it. You are now aware of the forces of apathy as a natural human instinct. You are now aware of your inherent creative personal powers to counteract these forces. You are now aware of the qualities of effective leader. You are now aware of the significant impact effective leader has on an organization. So real change and improvement is neither easy nor comfortable because Potential always lies beyond your comfort zone. However, it begins with awareness, and awareness always leads to choice. The real question you must ask yourself is this: how will I choose? So, Chapter 7, summary. Effective leadership at every level is the key to excellence and sustainability of an organization. Excellence is simply a passionate pursuit of a better tomorrow. Sustainability is the survival and growth, bless you, of the quality of an organization, regardless of the inevitable, uncontrollable circumstances of operation of long term. Highly effective leaders are rare. Research shows that leaders represent only approximately 14% of leadership ranks. Effective leaders at every level of an organization foster positive and creative work environments and deliver measurable and sustainable results and maintain an ethical integrity of the workplace. Those organizations that heed the call of building culture of excellence and sustainability must invest in the development of existing and future leaders. Leadership development is not a cost at all, but rather an investment with a future. So basically he ends up and says, actually, we'll do this tomorrow. So we'll wrap up the book tomorrow in the final, it's not chapter, but it's just kind of summary of everything that he says. This book is pretty amazing. I mean, there's so much packed in so few pages. It's one of those books that you could read over and over and over again just to kind of get the concepts down, because it's like you got to understand the concepts to figure everything else out. So with that, what else?
All right. Well, that's a wrap for today. If you guys haven't yet, you want to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then you also want to go follow us on Facebook at the Top Producer Show Facebook page. So with that, that's what we have for you. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Go.